and a very warm welcome to you. I'm Hayley Palmer. It's so good to have you here with me on tonight's show, especially as it is such an exciting show for you this evening. Yes, we have Kira and Michael, who played Baby and Johnny in the West End production of Dirty Dancing, and here is what happened when I caught up with them. Michael and Kira, it's great to have you here. How are you guys doing?
Good, yeah, enjoying
really
the runs.
Good. Yeah, it's going great here.
Michael, I know you've just come from the gym. I'm feeling very guilty right now because I clearly haven't. I like that. Do you just go in the lunch break or, before you start the show?
Yeah, before the show, I think, there are loads of things we have to do, like physically and mentally, to prepare for the show, and the gym for me is such a big part of that, especially because the track's so physical. I know if I go and do that, then I always feel better for the show and ready.
That's good. I like it. What about you, Kira?
I'm not as consistent as Michael. I definitely...
I like that word consistent.
Yeah. I do go sometimes. I never actually went before I met Michael, and then Michael helped me through what was what instead of just being overwhelmed by machinery. But yeah. I'm on a break at the minute.
Okay, it's fabulous. She doesn't need to. It's all good. But I came to the press night of Dirty Dancing, and I came with my friends, and I've got to say, I was like, I'm a big fan of the film, so I hope it's going to be okay, what I'm expecting. I was totally blown away. The crowd loved it, I can tell you that. They were screaming next to me. I was like, okay, calm down. And it was just wonderful. And I said, we've got to get you guys on the show. So thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having us.
So we're going to go into I've Had the Time of My Life. Now talk me through this, because the crowd go wild. What is the feeling when you're performing that? Let's come to you, Kira.
It's amazing, especially during Time of My Life. I mean, throughout the show, you can hear little bits of excitement going on, but at the end, everyone just kind of lets loose and is singing and dancing, believe it or not, along with us. And yeah, we can definitely feel that energy when we're up on stage, and we really thrive off of it.
Yeah, I think you're right. Energy is the key word, because sitting there when you see a show, you can kind of feel people's energy. And you're right, they just want to get up with you.
Yeah.
They want to do that lift, don't they?
I think someone has attempted it before, but they didn't make it up on stage with us.
Didn't quite make it there. And do you ever forget the dance steps, or was it so drummed into you, Michael? Was it so drummed into you that you're just on a roll?
Well, yeah, I think it's like you said, so many people grew up with this movie and they absolutely love it. They love the story, they love Patrick, they love Jennifer, that you have to do it justice, you have to deliver. So we rehearse the steps over and over again. We rehearse the story arc. I don't think there's any danger of forgetting them now. And
we're safe.
We are safe.
Okay, and Kira, when you do your role as Baby, what I find really interesting is you have to go from a non-dancer to a dancer. How hard is that for you to be a non-dancer?
Do you know what? I actually have so much fun doing it, because I've trained basically my whole life dancing and how to do it the best that you can, and being good all the time. So being told I can be really bad is so much fun. And I think I can... She's surprisingly
good at it.
Yeah, I think I can, have too much fun with it sometimes. I just need to be careful I don't hurt anyone else on stage with me.
Brilliant. Well, we're going to check out I've Had the Time of My Life, and I'll be catching up with Kira and Michael on the other side of this.
Had the time of my life. No, I never...
Now, I want to talk about how everything started for you guys. Michael, I know you trained at Bird,
I
didn't
did,
you?
yes.
Is that right?
Yeah, I trained for 3 years.
And then you came straight out of Bird and got the role?
I was, very lucky.
Wow.
I actually auditioned while I was still in college, and I booked the gig before I left. So I left knowing that I was coming into this.
That's how it's done.
Yeah. I remember my agent ringing me up, and been waiting for weeks to hear back, and he goes, "Hello, is that Johnny Castle?" And I was like, "Adam, don't play with me, is it?" And he was like, "Mate, you've got it." And I was with my one of my best friends at the time, and we just couldn't hold it in. We were so excited. And
wow.
Yeah.
That's just awesome. And Kira, what about you? Where did you train? How did it happen to you?
So I went to Tiffany Theatre College in Essex for 3 years, and then I graduated and I did a few little jobs, and then I actually booked Dirty Dancing in 2017 as a dancer and understudy baby. And I managed to go on a few times, and I had so much fun, and I really enjoyed the acting side of it. So after I finished that, I went to some acting classes in London because I really wanted to explore that more. And then in 2018, I asked to audition for Baby, and my agent was a bit like, "Oh, I'm not sure, we'll see." And they let me, but I didn't think they thought that I was gonna be able to do it. And I think the lessons definitely paid off.
Wow, I love that. And talk me through the rehearsals, because What was it like that first day on rehearsals? Like, how did you feel going into those roles? I mean, was it overwhelming? Did you just go into it? Kira, let's come to you.
I always find the meet and greet with everyone overwhelming. I just think there's a lot of people and I want to try and meet everyone and remember names. But on our first day, we actually learnt Time in My Life. And it was the first time Michael and I had really properly spent time together. So, I mean, they definitely threw us in the deep end with the big number at the end, and we did the lift. And
we did on the first day.
How did that go on the first attempt?
It was fantastic. I mean, Kira's a great partner, and it's a really boring story because they just asked us, do you think you can do it? And I was like, yeah, let's give it a go. And we just did it. And it was, touch wood, it's never gone wrong since. So
wow. Is it 100% pass rate every time?
It is so far, yes. And we're pretty far into this now. So it's a pretty good record.
Yeah.
I attempted the lift at Christmas time with my friend, and I hurt my ribs so badly that I couldn't laugh, and I'm always laughing.
No.
So I need tips because clearly it's not for me.
Well,
some
they were clearly
amazing
doing it on the wrong part of your body. You know, it should all be on the hips.
Right, that's where I'm going wrong, Michael. Okay.
I'll give them a call.
We need a lot of work. We're going to go into Do You Love Me? It's a great song. The dancing in this. Wow, this is where I know that I can't dance anymore because the legs are just going up like that, and I pulled my hamstring after one kick now, guys. It's not going well. We're going to check out Do You Love Me, and we'll see you on the other side.
Because I couldn't dance. You didn't even want me around.
Then we've got some questions from some of our lovely viewers that people have sent in. So Jane would like to know, what is your favourite scene from the show? Kira, we're going to come to you.
My favourite is Hungry Eyes. It's my favourite song. It's such a fun scene for me because that's when I get to dance really badly with the hip thrusts, and Michael gets really angry about Johnny gets really angry about it. But yeah, that's my favourite.
What about you, Michael?
I mean, mine's got to be Time in My Life. You know, we kick it off with Nobody Puts Baby in a Corner, and the whole show is kind of like this melting pot of emotion and tension, and we reach this climactic point in the story, and Time in My Life starts kicking off, and the crowd just go absolutely crazy. And it's such a celebration of all of these characters coming to the end of their journey, and it's a real coming of age story for Baby and for Johnny, and we kind of see them at the pinnacle of that journey right at the end, which is really beautiful. Yeah. So not just for the cheers and the amazing song, but it's a great moment in the show.
Do you know what my favourite bit is? When you come down the audience.
Oh yes, amazing.
It's like, wow, there he is. Nobody puts Baby in the corner. I'm like, that is how it's done. That's the bit you need to look out for if you haven't seen the show. We're going to go into Hungry Eyes because it's your favourite. Nice. So here it is for Kira. We were going to do the actual lift in here, but we think it against health and safety, that might not be the one. So my viewers and myself would like to know your top 3 tips, because we'd all like to attempt it when we've had a few drinks.
Amazing.
Okay, so Michael, give us your tip number 1.
So the first tip for the guy, this is very important, if you're ever asked to do it, is make sure you've done a lot of push-ups. No, I'm kidding. So a lot of people, when they do the lift, want to go like kind of on the stomach or rib cage area. I don't know why. But it's really important for the guy that you've got to find the woman's hip bones. Because if your palms are on the hip bones, then when she's in the air, she's going to be able to balance the weight of her upper body coming up and her legs coming up.
It's quite technical, isn't it?
It is, because if you're too high or low, then she's probably going to seesaw, and that's where you see videos where they literally like go.
Yeah, that's me. That's me, Michael.
Dress.
Yeah.
So that's my top tip: find the hips.
Right. Okay, Kira, let's go with you for tip number 2.
Oh, tip number 2, I would suggest practicing actually on the floor. So if you're laying down on the floor and you try and come up in a dish, that is a good practice to get, because it's all in the back to hold yourself. And then while up there, I would suggest trying to bring it together instead of back up more or legs up more, because that's gonna tip you one side or the other. So trying to think about coming together. Try and think about folding in half but backwards.
Right, okay, so lots to think of here, but I'm gonna, stick with this. And tip number 3, Michael, give us that last tip.
The last tip is, it should be don't do it when you're drunk, but I know you will. So just the first time you do it, don't do it with a run-up. Because they do it with a run-up in the film.
I thought it was all about the run-up.
Well, no, because then it's momentum you can't control. So you should try it just facing each other.
Right.
Really good plie, a good bend in the knees, use the legs and see if you can get it up. And I promise you, if you can't get it up there, you won't be able to do it with the run-up. So
But the run-up's my best bit.
Well, I'm very sorry.
I would suggest as well, maybe for the guys, I mean, I'm not a guy, I've never done this before, but locking the arms instead of keeping them bent. If you lock them, it's going to be a lot easier to stay there. That's what I do when I do it with you.
Right.
Yeah.
I really think about arching my back in the
lift.
Okay. Okay. Well, I mean, I will leave it to you guys because you're the experts. But we will not attempt this after a few drinks. But we have got our top tips now. So watch this space. We're going to go into the song. Yes, I really, really enjoyed this song. It's such an upbeat song. Yeah. It makes me literally want to just shout yes. It's a great one, isn't it? It's a good one. So enjoy this. We want everyone off your sofas dancing, and we will see you after. Then we have got a quick fire round for you guys. Are you ready? Are you born ready?
Always.
Born ready.
Oh yeah. So Kira, we're going to start with you. Vocal ritual before the show.
Doing my beginning speech. Over and over again.
Oh, okay, like it. Michael, hidden talent.
Chug a pint pretty well.
I can chug a pint very quickly.
Impressive. We might need to actually prove that on the show. Kira, favourite emoji? Important questions here.
My top one is always the laughing, crying face.
Well, on the side or centre?
Side.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I love it. I use it for everything.
And Michael, favourite thing to eat after the show? This is the most important question we have here today.
Oh, the answer I want to give you is green smoothie, lots of vitamins, guilty pleasure at the moment, probably more realistic, is a Five Guys burger.
I was going to say, because when I first met you guys, I said to you, you are right next to Five Guys.
Yeah.
How do you stay away from there?
We don't.
It's hard, it's tough.
You get spotted in there quite often, I hear.
Yes, we get asked for photos in Five Guys. Too much, yeah.
You just know where you are. The chips are so good, aren't they?
It is incredible.
You must be starving. Like, you must be actually like so hungry after the show, right?
Yeah.
That you just have to go there.
Have to. There's no other option.
No other option. Like that. And best piece of advice, Michael, that you've ever been given?
The best piece of advice I was ever given was by a lovely man called Jeff Coleman, who used to be the head of acting at Central. And he told me that there are going to be days where you don't feel up for the show. And there are going to be days where you feel like giving 50%. But there's probably going to be a woman in the audience who has saved up money to pay for childcare and buy herself a bottle of wine and buy a ticket. And he was like, don't you give her 50%.
Wow.
So you go out and give it 100% every show.
Wow.
I take those words to heart every day.
Yeah, that's so important, isn't it? Because I think even people just coming to the show, you don't know what's going on in people's lives. And I know when I sat there, I'm thinking about the troubles of the world. And then as soon as you hear those first beats of the music, you just switch off. So what you guys are doing is giving back to people, and you know, you really are making their day, their week. You know, they're having literally the time of their life. I had to get it in there, didn't I? I had to. Well, here is Be My Baby, and we'll see you after this. Now, we want to remind everyone at home that you can get tickets. We are here, you're here, at the Dominion Theatre till the 16th of April.
Yeah.
So we're going to put details on the screen below of how you can get tickets. But guys, this has been fabulous. This has been a real dream for me because I'm a big Dirty Dancing fan. Like I say, when I came to see you, I was like, get them on the show because you really do the roles justice.
Oh, thank you so much.
And like I say, you really are making people's nights and weeks. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
And we're going to be watching this space with a lift. You'll see me on Instagram.
Amazing.
You can give me a mark out of 10.
Yeah, nice. We look forward to seeing you.
Thank you so much. It's Kira and Michael, everyone. Huge thank you, Kira and Michael, for being such great guests on tonight's show. And thank you to you at home for supporting the show. It's so appreciated. Thank you. We're going to leave you with another classic song, but I will see you same time, same place next week. I'm Hayley Palmer. Stay safe, and I'll see you then.